Oh, in this episode, I'm going to teach you how to break down a 40-pound block of cheddar. Now, if you don't have a 40-pound block of cheddar, good for you. They're heavy. But I'm going to be breaking this down to a point where we're going to have 40 pounds, 2 20 pounds, and 2 10 pounds. So I'll eventually get to the size of cheese that you do have. Just hang tight. The thing that does run the same for all your cheddars that you'll be receiving is, more than likely, they're going to come in plastic. So of course, our first step is to make sure that we're cutting the plastic off of the cheese. Since I'll be using a paring knife to open this plastic, I wanted to make sure to use my cut glove for this. And as always, make sure that we are cutting away from us. Okay. And you may notice that once you open a block of cheddar, because it's been aged in here, it's going to smell slightly like sulfur. That's natural. Give it just a minute. Like a fine wine, it may just need to breathe for a second. All right. Now that we've got the plastic off, you'll notice it'll probably be slightly moist. That's going to be natural. And of course, again, it'll have a little bit of an aroma, slightly like sulfur, depending on the age of the cheese, completely natural. You'll also see all of this white buildup. Even if you have a yellow cheddar, you're going to see all of this white buildup. That's calcium lactate. That is a completely natural process that happens to cheddars when they're aged in plastic. So there's no need to scrape this off. This is not mold. It is delightful and perfectly sellable. So now to start to break this down, we're going to center this block of cheddar, laying down long ways, onto our platform cutter. We're going to get our handle, and we're going to line it up as evenly as possible, and we're going to pull straight back, creating 2 20-pound blocks of cheddar. And notice how my thumb is pushing, but yet staying out of the way. Excellent. 1 block. Now, with this 20-pound block of cheddar, I'm going to set my wire off to the front, recenter this 20-pound block, and I'm going to cut this down the center, and this is going to give us 2 10-pound loaves. Nice and easy. Cut exactly the way we did before. And you'll see a nice, beautiful 10-pound loaf. This may be more akin to what you see in your cheese shop, a 10-pounder, but we still need to break this down into 2 5-pound blocks, so to make it a little bit more of a manageable piece of cheese to cut. But again, for this, we're going to lay this more horizontally here, looking at the board. And we're going to slice it straight down the center to give us 2 long 5-pound loaves. Just like that. So now we have 1 delightful 5-pound loaf. This is an easy cheese now to break down and to continue cutting. So a good way to start this is just like every other time. Now we're going to place it on the board and cut it in half. And continuing each cheese, cutting in half. Each piece. Half. And half. Now we have 2. These are roughly 3/4 pound pieces. If we wanted to cut them any smaller, of course, you can have complete control. You can even start it on the side and get more of a smaller 1/2 pound piece. And now we've cut cheddar. When wrapping cheddar, remember the same as all other pieces of cheese that you cut. You want to have no bunching of plastic, no torn plastic where the cheese will dry out. And you want to make sure that you minimize air holes so that you can protect your product in your case. You will have a little bit of bunching on the back. This is where you'll place your scale label. And on the front is where you'll place your pre-pack label.